Carl Sagan, Pale Blue Dot, A Vision of the Human Future in Space. Carl Sagan, Pale Blue Dot. The Triumph of Voyager. There are far-reaching, visionary, and even revolutionary implications to the space program. Communication satellite link up the planet central to the global economy, and through television routinely convey the essential fact that we live in a global community. Meteorological satellites predict the weather, save lives, the hurricane and tornado, and avoid many billions of dollars in crop loss every year. Military reconnaissance and threat politification satellite make nations and global civilization more secure. In a world with tens of thousands of nuclear weapons, they calm the hard-heads and paranoid in all sides. They are essential tools for survival on a troubled and predictable planet. Earth observing satellite is special. A new generation soon to be deployed monitor the health of the global environment, greenhouse warming, topsoil erosion, ozone layer depletion, ocean current, acid rain, the effect of flood and drought, and new danger we haven't yet discovered. This is straightforward planetary hygiene. Global positioning system is now in place so that your locale is radio triangulated by several satellites. Holding a small instrument the size of a modern shortwave radio, you can read out to high precision your altitude and longitude. No crashed airplane, no ship in fog and shower, no driver in an unfamiliar city need ever be lost again. Astronomical satellite peering outward from Earth's orbit observe the unsurfaced clarity, studying questions ranging from the possible existence of planet around the nearby stars to the origin and fate of the universe. Planetary probe from close-range explorer the gorgeous array of the other worlds in our solar system, comparing their fate with ours. All these activities were forward-looking, hopeful, stirring, and cost-effective. None of them required managed space flight. A key issue facing the future of NASA and addressed in this book is whether the purported justification for human spaceflight are coherent and sustainable. Is it worth the cost? But first, let's consider the vision of the hopeful future book saved by robot spacecraft out among the planets. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 are the ships that opened the solar system for the human species, trailblazing a path for the future generation. Before their launch in August and September 1977, you were almost wholly ignorant about most of the planetary part of the solar system. In the next dozen years, they provide our first detailed close-up information on many new worlds. Some of them previously known only as fuzzy disk in the eyepiece of ground-based telescopes, some merely a point of light, and some whose very existence was unsuspected. They are still returning realm of data. These spacecraft have taught us about the wonders of other worlds, about the uniqueness and fragility of our own, about the beginning and end. They have given us across the most of the solar system, both in extent and in mass. They are the ships that first explored that may be homelands of our remote destined. US launch vehicles are these days to people to get such a spacecraft to Jupiter and beyond in only a few years by rocket propulsion alone. But if you are clever and lucky, there's something else you can do. You can, as you Galileo, as you did years later, fly close to one world and have its gravity pulling us onto the next. A gravity assist is called. It costs us almost nothing but ingenuity. It's something like grabbing hold of a post on a moving merry-go-round as it passes to speed you up and pulling you in some new direction. The spacecraft acceleration is compensated for via deceleration in the planet orbital motion around the Sun. But because the planet is so massive compared to the spacecraft, it slowed down hardly at all. Which Voyager spacecraft picked up a velocity boost of nearly 40,000 miles per hour from Jupiter's gravity. Jupiter in turn was slowed down in its motion around the Sun by how much? 5 billion years from now, when our Sun becomes a swollen red giant. Jupiter will be 1 millimeter short of where it would have been had Voyager not flown by it in the later 20th century. Voyager 2 took advantage of a lining up of a planet. A close flyby of Jupiter accelerated it onto Saturn, Saturn to Uranus, Uranus to Neptune, and Neptune to the stars. But you can't do this any time you like. The previous opportunity for such a game of celestial billiard presented itself during the presidency of Thomas Jefferson. We were then only at the horseback, canoe, and sailing ship stage of exploration. Steamboat was the transforming new technology just around the corner. Since adequate funds were unavailable, NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory (JPL) would offer to build spacecraft that would work reliably only as far as Saturn. Beyond that, all bets were off. However, because of the brilliance of the engineering design and the fact of the JPL engineers who radioed instructions up to the spacecraft got smarter faster than the spacecraft got stupid. Both spacecraft were one explorer Uranus and Neptune. These days, they were broadcasting back discoveries from beyond the most distant known planet of the Sun. You tend to hear much more about the splendor return than the ships that brought them, our ship light. It has always been the way, even though history books renowned of the voyages of Christopher Columbus do not tell us much about the builders of the Nina and the Pinta and the Santa Maria, or about the principle of the Caravel. These spacecraft, the engineer, builder, navigator, and controllers are examples of what science engineering set free for well-defined, peaceable purpose can accomplish. Those science and engineers should be role model for America seeking excellence and international competitiveness. They should be on our stamps. At each of the 4 giant planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, one or both spacecraft studied the planet itself, its ring and its moon, and Jupiter in 1979. They braved the dose of trapped charged particles 1,000 times more intense than what it takes to kill a human. Enveloped in all that radiation, they discovered the ring of the largest planet, the first active volcanoes outside Earth, and the possible underground ocean on an airless world. among a hot host of surprising discoveries. As Saturn, in 1980 and 1981, they survived the blizzard of ice and found not a few new rings, but thousands. They examined frozen moons, mysteriously melted into the comparatively recent past, and a large world with a putative ocean of liquid hydrocarbon surmounted